Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. Hi everybody. So tonight I am going to show you a card that I did at Stamp Camp yesterday. It's called Accented Blooms. It's on page 19 of the catalog, and yes, now I can show the catalog. Yay! Look at it. If you don't have a copy, let me know. There's some beautiful, beautiful sets, and I'll get a catalog to you. It's gorgeous. So they have some nice samples in here. It's a really pretty flowered set. Let me put this aside. And here it is, red rubber. And you get a little extra piece from the one punch out, which is right here. So this is the card that we did. Let me take it out of. So this is embossed in black, and we bleached this. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to show you a few more things with stamping with bleach. So I'm going to put that aside. And we are using, oh goodness, it's a new color, Mango Melody. So the first thing I do, because we're embossing, is use the embossing buddy. And just rub that over there. That's going to take away any static and help so that the powder doesn't stick all over the place. And I'm going to take the stamp and ink that up with Versamark, which is a very sticky ink. And I'm going to do it this direction this time. So it also does like backgrounds. If you wanted to just stamp something, you know, and just let it dry like that, it does like a shade darker than the cardstock. But we're going to emboss it in black. You just pour the powder everywhere and kind of tap it off. If there's some, which there is, you take a small paintbrush. Where'd it go? And just wipe them away. Put your embossing powder back in your jar. It goes a long way. This one I've had for years and years. We haven't sold black in a few years. And I hadn't bought it for a while before that, so it really does last. So we'll bring out the embossing gun. Let it heat up a little bit. It'll be a little noisy. I don't know if you can see it, but it changes. So you can see, ouch, where it melts. You don't want to stay in one spot too long, or you can burn the embossing powder. But you also don't want to be all over the place. You want to kind of guide it. Okay, that looks pretty good. And you can always check it in the light. And it looks good. Okay, so what I use is old blender pen to do my bleaching. Let that just cool another second. And I pour some bleach, usually into a little glass container. I have a little extra here. More than I need. But then you just dip it and paint. and you'll start to see it change. Now, one of the girls yesterday did, like on this big flower, I think she did it everywhere. She did like one leaf and then another leaf. She was much more. I'm going to do all of it, but she kind of went like every other one. And that kind of looked nice, leaving some of it unbleached. But I'm going to show you a couple other things. There's really a lot that you can do with bleach. I have not tried it, like we're actually going to stamp with it. I have not tried it with the photopolymer. I'm not sure that I want to be the one that experiments. Although I do have a set that was no good, that Stampin' Up replaced it. So maybe I'll use that since it's just in my drawer, the old set. Brilliant idea. I'm going to try it, and maybe I'll try it right here. So you just, it's pretty quick. You can always go back. But you see how fast that's bleaching? You know, you can go back where you missed spots or you forgot, where you squirreled. Like, oh, I thought I got all of that. Sometimes you can kind of let it pool. You know, like, it's not really going to go outside the lines. So if you're using, it is mixed. I only had a little bit of it, but I got the thick. So it's, and then I had, you know, added it to the other. But the thick kind of lays on top. And you can pool it a little bit. And then, of course, if you're stamping, like the butterfly, that has a nice thick border on it. So that would be like really easy to do. But you don't have to even be perfect with it. I'm happy with that. And sometimes it gives you a little bit of shading. So I'm going to set that aside for a moment. And let's see. Let's stamp this in black. Black Memento. And then I'm going to bring in the tailored tag punch. And of course, it's always easier to punch upside down so you can center it. So we've got that. And I didn't pinch my finger. That's a good thing. So I'm going to take this and mount it on black if I can find it. Yay! Okay. And then this we're going to pop up with some dimensionals. Let's see, Linda, Diane, Teresa, Joyce, hi, Debly, hi. And we're going to put that over there. Okay, and then I just have a white card that's got everything on it to mount this on. So there's very simple bleaching. Here's the one card. I'll throw a little bling on it. Yeah, it's stuck everywhere. So I think I'll do a couple. There. So there's those two cards. The one from yesterday, and then it done in a different direction. And it's pretty. It's just pretty plain. But now let me show you a few things. Bleaching different colors. Black is very hard to bleach. Like you would think it would bleach out white, but it's kind of yellow. But there are some background things that if you wanted to stamp, it would come out pretty nice. Here's our new, which one is this? Highland Heather, I think. There's one lighter, one darker. Then this is our Night of Navy. So that's how kind of yellowy green it comes out. This might even be a retired one, or this might be the raspberry. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's a retired one, but it's a scrap. So what I did on this one, I wanted to see how it would come out. So you can bleach, and then you can go back and color. You can leave it the way I did on that card, or you can go back and throw in some color. Now, this one over here, I did with the blends. So when you use the blends, it's well, I guess you can kind of rub it off, but not as much, because it's going to color your embossing. Where when you use the regular markers, it's going to look like it's coloring on top of it, but then you can wipe it off, so you'll get that full effect. Whatever colors you want to use, depending on how it bleaches out. So I was able to make that yellow, and you can really see the yellow. This I used melon mango. Whoops, let's use the other side. And this was very quick to color, and you can wait till the end to, wipe that off. You can go over, the white. So let's grab another color just to see how that inside would look. Do I want to do it darker? Let's try, I don't know. Let's go with the yellow. We know what that's going to look like. Just to give it a little bit different. But you can see that. So you could use different color markers. You can also use watercolor pencils and just color normally, or I think you can still go back and wet it. The one thing you want to make sure is that your bleach is totally dry, because if you were to put on this color when it's wet, it would just bleach it right out again. So that's why I did these earlier. And I did have my pencils out, and I don't know where I threw them. Good job, Gail. Here they are. Okay, so let's see on something how it looks. Let's do this one as pumpkin pie. So I can just color that in. And it's also, pretty quick to throw in some color if you want to do that. Nice, right? Something a little different to do. Let's see how it looks on here. I think we'd have to wet it to get it off of the white. Not bad. Let's see what a marker does. And of course I just quickly bleach that. I don't know if I like this particular color. I think you have to go with, no, it might, once it's all done, look okay. It's something you have to play with. You know, you'll have some that you go, nope, don't like it, but that's not bad. You can definitely see the difference from the blue. So that's a couple things you can do. And then there's actually using a stamp, and if you wanted to do a background, so this is an old, whoa, don't spill Clorox. This is a very old Huggies box. I don't think they are like this, but I've had this one forever. And what I use is a piece of felt, white felt. And then this doesn't want to stay open. That'll work. All right, so if we take the flower, and just randomly stamp. So if you wanted to do a background like that, what you do want to do, and this is wet already, is clean it. Don't let your Clorox sit on your stamp. And then, where's the other green one? So we'll do some leaves. I think I'm wet in some spots. It's not like I didn't pour a lot into here. Let's see how this bleaches out. So look how cool that is. It's kind of bleaching out like a yellow shade. We'll give it a second. You'll be able to see it better, and I'll bring it up a little closer. Can you see that? It's still drying in spots. So it's a great background on blue to do snowflakes in the background. I don't know, I really haven't used bleach in so many years that it's time to bring it out again and do some of the older techniques. So this can stay like this. It'll eventually, you know, dry. I just keep it flat, refill it when I have to. But let's see if I have that handy. And then I'll let you know in a post. This was the bad one. We'll use the leaf. And then I'll be able to let you know in a post if the bleach did anything bad to it. Oh, I guess I gotta bring the Huggy box back. All right, stay. Stay, boy. Okay. Yes, Mommy. I'm thinking maybe as long as you wash it, you know, quick, it should be okay too. You can also put bleach in one of the aqua pens. You can also put it in a spray bottle. Don't keep it in there, like wash it out. But you could, you know, maybe spritz a background, or if you have it in here, you know, make dots. But we have stamps that do that too. So this one kind of bleaches out blue. Be nice for sky. So let me wash that. And I'll let you know later, but I think it should be fine. I definitely wouldn't leave it on it. I'd be afraid that it, would melt it. I know that sometimes the red rubber hasn't gotten cleaned as fast as, I wanted it to, and it was always fine. So this is how that looks, if you can see the difference. So depending on what cardstock you use is what color. Look how this bleached out. Look how blue that is. So depending on, what you want to do, what you want to use. I cannot believe what a mess I make when I'm stamping. And this is what I do when I'm stamping here by myself. Like all of a sudden everything is like this and I have to clear it away so I can keep going. I don't know how people demonstrate so neat. So here were the different ways. This color, I love it on. And this one we didn't try to color. Let's see. Let's see if I put a purple back into it. Different shade. Not bad. But I do like just the bleached out look itself. Or you could do some flicking. Just put a little bit of color in it. The possibilities. Let's try a pink on that. Let's try the thin end. Kind of like eyelashes. Well, let's see how the other one. I might like the thicker better. Just flick a little bit of color in there. So you're leaving the ends. And then, oh no, that's actually flower, not the center, but we've got a 3-color flower. It's a weird one, but just checking out how the colors come out. But all the possibilities. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you experiment. If you do, please share it. Come back and post it right onto my website, right into the, the video so that people see it. If you can put it into the video. Otherwise, just post it on the website and let people, just come back to Stamp with Gail Sue and post it to me, and it'll share it with everybody else. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow night with something else. Bye-bye.